Hey guys, welcome back to Hollow Knight. Get the fuck out of here, ghost. Not talking to, you know, this guy. I'm talking to the spirit. In the last episode, we defeated Troupe Master Grimm, and we're told to collect 3 more final embers in order to complete the ritual. We got one from Brum, who offered the choice to end the ritual. Now, only one of those 2 options can be done in a single playthrough. Once you do one, you are locked out of the other. You have to start a whole other file. Not going to be doing that. And as per usual with this series, I'm going to be doing the harder thing, which is finishing the ritual instead of banishing it. I will play the footage of the what happens when you banish the Grimm Troupe either right now or at the end of this video or in the next video. I don't know how much time that will take up. I'm just gonna look for some footage of that because, you know, I'm not starting a whole other file just to show that. I'm sorry, I'm not that dedicated. Oh, okay. I forgot about this actually. So we actually have a choice. We only need 3. And they gave us 4. They gave us the one from Brum and then 3 over here. So we can actually choose which ones we want to get. I'd say the hive one is the most out of the way out of all of them, really. Let's go get that fungal waste one first. Down a bit more. Ow. Oh, here it is. As you can see, again, he's different. Now this is the one you want to look out for. This guy will actually deal 2 damage with everything he does. He also has a new attack where he summons flaming geysers, and once the geyser also leaves behind a little flame on the floor, so you want to be careful of that. Lingers for a few seconds. You can also do that attack. He charges at you, and then so he's basically the Grimmkin Master, but he has that new attack, and he also does double damage. So yeah, he kind of sucks. Oh, there we go. Whew. That was a Grimmkin Nightmare. Terrifying member of the Grimm Troupe. As part of the ritual gathers, blah, 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 blah. Dance and die and live forever. Silent voices shout and sing. Stand before the troupe's dark heart. Burn away the Nightmare King. Alright, so I'm here and remembering specifically what this room where this last nightmare is. And honestly, I'm starting to wonder if the hive was a better place to go. Because over here is full of not great platforms and lance sentries, if I recall. Oh, I guess we're not going to be seeing those. Fuck. Because they're a lot taller than the other ones, they're a bit easier to hit with spells, which is nice. What did I jumped and hit something. Ah, okay, so for that attack, it's actually good to get above the spikes because they select the ground under you. Technically the ground is all the way down there, and those pillars do not go the entire screen's height. Fuck. There we go. Woo, okay. That one was pretty annoying. But there we go. Now have all 3 flames. All that's left to do is return to Grimm, right? Well, no, I'm not gonna, you know, try to hide it at all. You're gonna want to get ready for the fight of your life. And what's sad is that you didn't actually used to need Grimmchild for this next step, this final step of the ritual. You used to be able to just not use it, but now it forces you to use it, otherwise you can't do this step. So you're working with 2 less charm notches. It's nice that Grimm gave us one. And again, you could make unbreakable versions of these, but I'm just gonna say it now, you can use these all you want because they won't break if you lose to what's coming up. So, you know. I would suggest bringing Lifeblood Charms, for sure. There's not gonna be any healing done during this, just letting you know. I'd also say, so Fragile Strength can also be good. Fragile Heart, I guess, if you want some extra life. Trying to think of what else is good. I think Nail's Master's Glory can be good for this. I don't remember, like, what the exact strategy in terms of charm layout was. Don't have enough for Mark of Pride. So, I guess, yeah, Nail Masters. And then, Honest, no, I can't fit that. I was gonna say Honesty Stalwart Shell, because fuck. I honestly don't know what else to use for this. Oh god. There's not really much else. You know what, I'm gonna take this off. And... No, let's be a man. No Stalwart Shell. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. Let's get, I want to use Quick Slash. I think Quick Slash might be better than Fragile Strength. Honestly. Long Nail, I guess? It's not really a big extension. Let's look at it again. Yeah, not really that big of an extension. It's a little bit. I don't know. We'll try this, and I'll change up if I die, which I probably will. Alright, it's been a while, old friend, but here we go. So, Brum is no longer here. It's all dark. If we look over here, now there's actually a little entrance way we can go this way. And here we see Grimm, being not at all a vampire. We dream nail him with Grimchild. Nightmare King Grimm. Alright, so for this guy, this is basically a faster version of Grimm that deals 2 hearts of damage with everything he does, and all of his moves have some sort of upgrade. I might make this look a bit easier than it is because of how many times I've fought this guy. So first off, he has the Nightmare Grimm Can Ow attack where he summons those pillars. There's more flames. Also during this spike attack, he you can't hurt him. He's just nowhere. The Drill Rush has some flames lingering after him. He summons a lot more fire bats in a specific pattern. Try to dodge them the exact same way I'm dodging them, because I just know how to dodge them. As soon as you hear that he's doing that attack, you just want to leap over the first. Oh, I forgot he does actually have a stagger, but you can only get like 1 health off if you have like quick focus. Ow! I did that wrong. For the pillars, you want to just keep moving. The uppercut, you can get a hit on him. Yeah, so jump, dash, that exact same way. If you do that way, then you will dodge the fire bats pretty easily. But remember that if you get close to him before he finishes shooting all like 5 bats or however many it is, he will then teleport away and shoot him in a different way. Also, now that attack where he puffs up and shoots fireballs everywhere, that will happen, I think, 3 or 4 times in the battle, and that's what divides up his health. So every time he does that, you know you're like 1/4 or 1/3 done with the fight. What else? So yeah, you can't hurt him during spikes. Corkscrew Dash has a flame behind him. Uppercut is faster and shoots more flames. Again, you want to stay close by where he turns into fire. Flame pillars just keep moving. And yeah, it's hard to get hits in on him because of how fast-paced the fight is. You deal 2 damage. He deals 2 damage with everything. Oh god, and there is a stagger moment, but it's so brief. Without quick focus, you can just barely get in 1 mask. With quick focus, you can get in 1, maybe 2 if you're ballsy, or if you're lucky enough that his next attack is something that is slower. Because some of his attacks are a lot faster than others. We're gonna try this again, this time without me trying to explain everything about him during the fight, because that definitely took away from my focus. It's been a while, but I fought this guy every day, like at least 8 or 10 times every day for like a week or 2. This is one of the hardest fights in the entire game. Ow. So just take this as a veteran's guide on this fight, a casual guide on this fight, if you will. Here's a strategy. Move slowly so you can get up to him. Yeah, definitely recommend quick slash. I definitely remember now using that when I beat him originally. Because, ow, it's so hard to get hints in on him that you may as well get in as many as you can. Fragile strength can also be nice, but I prefer this. Try to hit the bat with eyes, because that's the real Grimm. If you know you don't have, if you're using lifeblood. Definitely want to remember that the longer you hold down the jump button, the higher you'll go. So you want to take some baby jumps during that, so that you oh, I thought he was gonna shoot bats because he scurried away. He does that a lot of the times, a lot whenever you get close to him. He does the scurrying away. I guess also when he's using the pillars move, an idea would be to use your upwards spell, because that does a lot of damage. Fuck. I tried to jump and quickly dash away because I got like all kerfuzzled. Oh boy. I think I'm going to take off Long Nail for anything else. Maybe I'll just add on some more health. Alright, I traded in Long Nail for Fragile Heart to get 3 extra bits of health, because you should definitely do that. Don't use Long Nail, it's not worth it. If you want nail extension, just go for Mark of Pride. Ow, really? Fuck! I should have just dashed through him. I panicked. Oh my god. Oh man, I was so close. Another way you can tell how much progress you're making is by noticing the background. The heart, the big heart in the background slowly starts breaking open. When light is shooting through it, that's how you know you're almost there. Oh my god. Some more advice. When he does the corkscrew drill attack, where he, you know, does diagonal down and then charges forward, the fire coming behind him, it's kind of risky to hit him during that attack. If you want to play it safe, just avoid him during that one. I like to go for the hit, the bounce hit on him, but I don't know. I wouldn't recommend that. That's like think of it as like when your dad is driving you and he like cuts somebody off and goes swerving, and he's just like, don't do that, as he like does it many other times. Some other interesting thing is that little opening card. The Radiance is the only other boss in this game who gets one of those, and his theme. This theme sounds weirdly similar to the Radiance theme. So, and he also, the Nightmare King, separate from Grimm, also is a creature that seems to only exist in the dream world. But it's a different kind of dream. Instead of a dream world, it might be called the Nightmare world. That's what people theorize. So he's very interesting. There's not a whole lot given on Grimm and the Nightmare King's backstory. Like, this might not even be what the Nightmare King normally looks like. He might just look like Grimm because he inhabits Grimm. So that's the idea, is that, like, he is the nightmare essence. Also, I've been doing really terrible this time. That's probably because I've been talking I always do that. When the spikes come out, I'm always instantly like, I gotta move, even though 90% of the time I'm actually just perfectly in the spot to not have to move. Oh boy. Whoa, okay, yeah, again, if you get close to him when he's charging up an attack, he will sometimes scurry away. There we go. We wake up. Grimm's tent is gone. And our little friend here looks a lot more familiar. I mean, he did before, but now he looks a lot more familiar. Symbol of a completed ritual contains a living scarlet flame. The only remnant of the Grimm Troupe left is the Divine tent. She sticks around. I forget if she says anything new. No, she doesn't say anything new about the thing being over. And I think we talk to Elderbug now. Aha! Good riddance. That creepy carnival has vanished and the town's returned to its former self. Nice and quiet, as I like it. It's quite enough to deal with just the occasional traveler. Whole structures appearing out of nowhere. Dreadful music. Horrific masks. All far more than one old bug should have to face. So yes, I'm gonna put on screen the data for the Grimm Child's like damage and stuff, but now it is at its peak form. And it's still not really an amazing charm to have. I mean, I guess he's kind of neat, he's cute, but like, not very powerful still. And he doesn't hit a lot of his shots. But yeah, so that only took me like 10-15 minutes. It took me like, maybe 5 tries, I forget. But normally, it takes a lot more than that. And again, I fought this guy on a laggy computer. So from doing that and having to fight him so many times, that's why it looked kind of easy. And that's why I'd suggest taking, if you're gonna fight him, study my movements, because that's how I got better at fighting him. I watched like no-hit runs of him and learned like the certain pattern. It's all about memorizing patterns. When he does the uppercut attack, when he dashes towards you, you can hit him and then just stay still. That's what I realized, because then one fire actually drops right under where he explodes, and then the others spread out. So in front of him, where you'll end up after hitting him, is actually the safe zone. It's ballsy, but you can go for bouncing on his head when he does the drill dash. Flame pillars, try to go slow to make them all appear next to him so that you can get under him and do your wraith spell. And yeah, and as you can see with Grimm Child, I don't think before his eyes were red like that. So the idea, oh yeah, wait, before I forget, let's check the description of the Nightmare King. Twisted specter of scarlet flame. The expanse of dream and past was split. One realm must now stay apart. Darkest reaches beating red. Terror of sleep, the nightmare's heart. By Seer. So the idea, my interpretation combined with other, you know, theories I've read, is that the Nightmare King, the Nightmare Essence, is, you know, once the dream world was one place, but then it was split up into dreams and nightmares. The Nightmare King either it seems to inhabit bugs by, because if we read from the Grimmkins, they talk about burning the father, feeding the child, and burning away the Nightmare King. And also the Grimmkin nightmares we actually saw in the dream world. They were the only ones watching. So it seems that Grimm was the holder of the Nightmare King, the Nightmare Essence within him. As for them both looking the same, I don't know if Grimm looks like that because he has the nightmare in him, or if the nightmare looks like him because it's in him, or if maybe their species just worships the nightmare essence, and so I don't know. But either way, the idea seems to be that the Nightmare King still lives on, just in the Grimm child now. Because that's what Grimm wanted. Grimm wanted us to come and destroy it, and therefore, and thus kill him. He seems to like live off of it. And so do the Grimmkin nightmares. It seems like their eyes are red like that too. And in the normal Grimm tent, there were all of these guys, including the nightmares, but they didn't have red eyes. They had black eyes like the novice and masters. But yeah, so, and again, with the Nightmare King's theme sounding like the Radiance's and him dealing double damage and having his own little title card, it seems that there's definitely a correlation between the two. He might have been a somewhat lesser god than the Radiance, but he seemed to also be banished away, since we used the Dream Nail to summon the Lantern, which summoned them. I don't know what that corpse of a large bug has, like how that fits in, other than it having the same kind of face motif as all these guys, with, you know, the lines going from the top and bottom of their eyes. But yeah, so that's all the lore shit I know about, and with that, that's all there is in the Grimm Troupe DLC. Again, I will show what happens if you choose to, instead of kill the Nightmare King, if you choose to help Brum banish the troupe. My audio won't play over that. I'm just gonna show some footage. I'll find it somewhere because I am not starting a whole other save file just to get this far.
Baba Gondala.
Das Manulan.
Badaula Misu.
Oh, Segonala.
Munta arema bisna jala. Tope churro na. Omanta duble. Bis manama boblis. Bis boblis pera.
But with that, we've finished the Grimm Troupe DLC. The only DLC left is Godmaster. But there's one thing that we have to do before Godmaster. One final challenge in pre-Godmaster Hollow Knight. And it's one I've been saving because it's one that I've honestly had a lot harder of a time beating than the Nightmare King, personally. We're gonna be doing that next time. So in the next episode, I'll see you in the Coliseum of Fools. See you guys then. Bye-bye.
dum dum.